Go ahead, Andrew.
Hi, Andrew Lee with Hudson River Blue. So today's the last day of the MLS transfer window, and I was wondering if you expected any more incomings or outgoings before the window closes. And second part, just how you feel the roster sort of developed and changed this summer during this period, and how it sets you up for the rest of the season, I guess.
Well, I'm happy with the roster. As I mentioned a couple of times, we will use the windows in order to strengthen our squad. And with Raul Gustavo coming in, I think we've made a good choice bringing him in, and we can't wait to see him. The window hasn't closed yet, so who knows what will happen today? We'll have to wait and see.
Roberto, in the room.
Uh, Hi, Pascal. You mentioned last week that you had 10 finals to go
Yeah.
for the rest of the season. And the team in the first 15 minutes against Nashville, according to even your words, right, left a lot to be desired. How can you change the team, the way that they open against Cincinnati?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, Roberto. That was the question I asked my boys as well, because the way we prepare ourselves is exactly the opposite. So it was a surprise for me as well. On the other hand, the game is the game. Things happen. In this particular game, it was a few guys that weren't switched on just yet. So we're very grateful for the fact that we have Matt Freese, and Matt kept us in the game. And we also know that if something does go wrong, we have one of the best goalkeepers of the country that can help us out. But that shouldn't be something that you should always rely on. You have to get your things together before these moments occur in the game. So we were fortunate to get it done after 10, 15 minutes, and that's when we started to control the game more and more and more. But that is the million-dollar question still. So I think it's based on having the right mindset, right mentality going into the game from the get-go, and that goes for everybody, especially in these top games.
Andres mentioned just before that during the first half that you've given them liberties to do certain things on the field. And one of the things was Maxi motioning to Andres that he should go and press high while he sits back a little bit more. Can you talk about their ability to make those changes on the field and how you let them do that?
Yeah, well, what I can tell you, Roberto, is that if our possessional play for the players that are engaged for the first two phases of possession have control, that's when these moments will become more possible. Because if you lose possession fast and it's a transitional game, you won't even get the opportunity to have positions changed going forward. So, as I mentioned just now, if we control the games like we did in against Nashville after 20 minutes or so, that's when these moments will be possible.
One last one, as far as the health of the team, who's available and who isn't?
Apart from the usual suspects, it's unfortunately Nico Cavallo who is not available. The rest looks good, so we should be okay.
So that means Martins is back in the 18
Yep.
or 20.
Yeah, correct.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Back to the Zoom. We'll go with Chris.
Hey, Coach, just to build on the health status for a little bit, can you update us on long-term prognostications for Malachi Jones and Keaton Parks?
Both will not be available for a while still. They're making progress. We got some good results back from yesterday concerning regarding Keats. So it's going in the right direction, and Malachi is getting stronger each day. So we're hoping he keeps on progressing, and hopefully he will be able to train with the squad sometime this year still. But we have to be patient.
Michael.
Pascal, it's Mike Andrew from Blue City Radio. Thanks for
Hi,
the
Mike.
time.
Hi.
You have two games with a relatively easy schedule as far as having a full set of training between each game, and then you get a break before you go into that difficult stretch. Do you feel like you're going to take advantage of this time to maybe run players out longer, maybe use Maxi more than you might have if you had to know that you had these games come up in tight succession?
No, that's not the way I look at the games that are coming our way. Your colleague already mentioned we approach this final stage in the league as 10 finals, starting with Nashville, and now the next one will be Cincinnati away, and that will be the approach until the final game of the MLS season is played, because our bigger goal is to get into the playoffs. So we have to take it game by game and look at the availability of players and just get the strongest squad out there on the pitch.
Christian?
Hi, Coach. Cincinnati currently sit top of the Eastern Conference. I'm just curious to get your perspective on what you can appreciate about them or what you think maybe has put them in that position.
Well, obviously it's a very, very good team. They had a great start of the season. I remember we played a good game against each other when they came to New York, so we're looking forward to playing this game in Cincinnati as well. But it's obvious that they are a good team. However, they've been somewhat struggling in the past few games. Also, if you take the Leagues Cup in the same run, conceding quite a few goals also, and they got back together the last game against Portland, if I'm not mistaken, and we have to make sure that we keep them in that spot and try to get that level of play that we did in game one.